Assets and liabilities. What are they and how do they affect your day-to-day life? First off, you need to understand that assets will put money back into your pocket while liabilities take money out of your pocket. Some examples of assets: cash, real estate, investments, stocks, etc. Examples of liabilities: debt, mortgage, loans, etc. Well, now you may be asking, how do I get ahead with this? You need to put your time and focus into buying income generating assets, and make sure to keep your liability column down so you can pour more of that money back into the asset column. Now, of course, you're gonna have liabilities regardless. You might have a car payment, you might have a house payment, etc. But my point is, you don't need the brand new fancy car. You don't need the white picket fence of a house. You don't need all this stuff. You need a roof over your head. You need a car that gets you from A to B, and that's really it. You don't need to have crazy list of liabilities like the average American does. So when you keep your expenses to a minimum and you make above your bills, the excess that you make, put back into the asset column, because over time those assets are going to start generating wealth, and that's how you get ahead in life. Let me paint the picture really quick. Let's say your expenses are $2,000 a month. You make $3,000 a month after taxes. What a lot of people will do with that extra $1,000, go out to eat, buy this, buy the new clothes, do this, go on trips, and they're living paycheck to paycheck like most of us. What you should do instead though, take that $2,000, stand on business, right? Pay the bills, take that extra $1,000, put the $1,000 back into your asset column. So eventually you can make $4,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month. Now, of course, you need to save. You do need to put money back into your retirement. You do need to have some safety net. So, if something hits the fan, you're chilling. You got $5K in the bank for emergencies, whatever. I'm not saying to just put every last penny back into it. Have a safety net. Don't be stupid. But what I am saying is you don't need the new J's. You don't need the new car. You don't need all this stuff. You need to take care of your business, pay the bills. After the bills, though, put back into stuff that's going to generate you more wealth. Now, let's say, for example, you really just don't make a lot of money and you can't bring your bills down. I get it, rent's a lot, groceries are a lot, gas is a lot. I understand. If that's the case, you need to work on side hustles that will generate you income. Go on to Google, ChatGPT, whatever, type in high income skills that will pay me a lot in 2026. You're going to see a list of skills. Pick one, pick two, pick three, work on them after the 9 to 5. But realistically, I'm sure there's at least some amount of money that could not be spent on going out to eat, could not be spent on buying the new clothes, could not be spent on going on dates, all this stuff. It could be spent putting back into the asset column to generate you more wealth over time. It's this constant keeping up with the Joneses mentality that is the reason why so many people are living paycheck to paycheck, behind in life, and then they wonder, well, how did my friend, how does he have $20,000 saved up? How does he make so much more money than me? Because he's not worried about fake validation like you are. Duh. Now to recap, keep your liabilities down, keep your assets up, you will get ahead, I promise you. But stop thinking you need to impress everybody. Stop thinking you need to do this. You don't. You need to pay your bills. You need to pay your rent. You need to pay, maybe your car, right? Clothes, food in your belly, the basics. Make sure your lights are on. Besides that, screw going out, screw partying, screw, drinking, going to the club, all that stuff. Put the money that you make and that you have extra of, put that back into the asset column. You're going to be chilling. That's all. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow at 12 p.m. PST. Peace.